Welcome to another edition of The Incredible Critics. Incredible not because we're great, but because our credibility should seriously be in question. Much like Ben's feelings towards me, because some days he loves me, some days he hates me. And he found out I was back this week and decided not to show up. So joining me today, so far, is Tim Lasers Gruber.
Pew pew, Frankie.
Pew pew, Tim.
Pew pew.
I am back. I am here. And
how's it feel?
And it feels great. I heard I've seen things, Tim. I've seen things.
No.
I've seen some things that I can't unsee.
Have you been training as a baby daddy?
I have been. And listen, not to brag, I am a level 10 swaddler. All right. And
look, I'm gonna have to get the word from Erin on this one because she needs to tell us the truth. I don't know about
level 10 swaddler, and I am a officially licensed doula. So if you want me to be your doula, it's for the low cost of $20,000 per birth.
What?
I will be there in the room with you and help you get through the birthing process.
Wow.
Yeah, 20 grand. That's how much the number I came up with in my head of what someone would have to pay me to see all that again in live version, because I've only seen video versions.
Oh,
and
nope.
20 grand was where I came up with. Let's see what happens after I have the baby, and then I would have the baby, but after Erin has the baby,
I'm guessing the number's gonna go up just because it gets a little freakier when you know the person. It's already.
Hoping that anyone who hires me doesn't know me.
You don't. That's not something anybody should ever Google.
No, don't. Definitely.
The miracle of life, you know, Frankie. Don't Google it. Hey, so we before we get into things today, I have to let everybody in on a secret.
This is amazing. So this is what happened earlier today in our group chat.
We've been doing some stuff around the house, and I've been needing to fix my front door. And so we decided to replace it. We thought it would be nicer to just replace it, get a nice new front door. It'll look nice. It'll look good. So I sent a picture to everybody in the Incredible Critics chat where I had no front door in my house and with no context. And I realized shortly after that we had a prime opportunity to convince another member of the podcast, maybe his name is Andrew Moore, that my house was robbed, and the first thing that they took was my front door.
Not that your house was robbed, just that you started with, what happened to your front door? And someone stole it middle of the night.
It was stolen last night.
Here, the best part about it is that you fooled me for the first 5 minutes.
That's true. And then you saw another message from me
in a different chat, and you were like,
from earlier.
Dude, I was like, but the only reason you had me fooled because I was like, Quakertown, I see it. I see someone just stealing front doors.
So it started with someone stole the door, and it became that we were robbed, and the only things that they took were all of our VeggieTales DVDs and our Left Behind DVD, the one of Kirk Cameron, the Superior Left Behind.
Wait, there's more than one Left Behind?
Yeah, I remember there's a Nick Cage one that totally bombed. You remember that?
No, God.
Yeah, Nick Cage did a Left Behind 3 years ago.
Oh my goodness. All right. Okay.
And what else did I name? Some other thing. Salty the Singing Songbook Bible. I just started naming the most ridiculous
something
Christian things that we have around the house.
And Andrew bought it, so he thinks that someone not only just stole your front door, went in and went through your DVDs and pick and chose which ones they wanted to steal. Not just grab all of them and run.
So stolen. I heard a noise in the night and it was gone. Was up real late, so I was pretty out of it. Insurance company got an emergency door out there just now. And then you were like, we need to hear about this. And I was like, we're going to hear about it. Don't worry. Was anything stolen? Just some DVDs. And then it became like, oh man, that's horrible. Oh yeah. And then I was like, yeah, all our old VeggieTales DVDs. All this started naming stuff. Andrew's like, that is the weirdest stolen items. Salt. Wow. Oh, I'm so sorry, man. So it's really sad. Oh man. Oh wow. It's a thing. So hey, Incredible fans, you're in on it. And hopefully Andrew Moore hasn't been listening to us live while driving home to get on the show. And in just a few minutes
for Northern Pennsylvania.
I can't promise that this is going to be good, but in a few minutes I can promise it's going to be something.
So we're not going to tell him until the end of the show. Tim's going to let him know.
Yeah.
We're just going to play along. Tim's going to look a little somber. You should open up the yeah, that's the look right there. You should open up the window in the back and be like, oh look, they brought back my door.
What is that? It's right there.
For audio medium, for the ones who aren't watching on Facebook, the
right next to me.
Yeah. Behind his window by his front, I guess that's his back door. There is his old front door.
There's a door
leaning against it. The house. So this will be great.
Hey, so Frankie.
Yeah.
Why don't we move into a segment that we love and know? Called What's On? Called What's On?
What's on?
It's called What's On.
What's on?
Edit that, Ben.
Not to be confused with WhatsApp.
Oh, that was good music.
Great music. So Tim, have you been watching anything?
I decided to watch a little bit of Jessica Jones' final season.
Really? I've been very curious to watch it, and then I realized I had to go back and watch the last season because I didn't. Yeah.
I literally just watched like 2 episodes, like 1 episode today. I don't know. It's clear that things had petered out by then by filming. And so, it's just sad to see it go out on a low note.
I have a hard time watching TV shows that I know are canceled.
Yeah, right.
Like unjustly, you know what I mean? Like it's not like they had an ending or something like that. You know what I mean? Like it's just gonna end. I have issues with doing that. So that's all right. Don't watch Jessica Jones.
Yeah, And I'm trying to think of what else. It's been kind of a crazy week. So we watched some we got the girls into some of the cooking shows on Netflix, but we're kind of watching them in advance because I realized the show Sugar Rush, it shows up on the kids' version of Netflix. Like it shows up as a kids show. But then we watched through one episode and I was like, there's a lot of swears in this show for a kids show.
And they're making adult shaped cupcakes and stuff.
Yeah, they're doing all kinds of stuff. No, from what we saw, it wasn't like any adult themed cupcakes and pastries.
Okay.
But it was just like there was a lot of language that I was like, this is not TVG. I don't know what they're talking about. So we've been doing that, but that show's fun. And then we got to see a movie that we'll talk about in a little bit, maybe.
It's not the sequel. It's not the
quadquel.
Quadquel. Okay, we can go with that. I've watched a few things since it's been a few weeks since I've been on. So I caught up on The Flash, which is just amazing as always. Like this season, definitely, I think better than last season.
Yeah.
I was hooked. I couldn't stop. I wanted to watch all the episodes.
Yeah, it was good.
Did that. And then I was like, all right, I'm on the train now. Let me hop on to something else. Like, let me go. I'll do the Arrow train. Got like 2 episodes into Arrow. And I was like, nope. I was like, all right, good old Supergirl. I'll hop on the Supergirl train. And I love Supergirl almost as much as I love The Flash. It'll be great. Hopped on the Supergirl train. Started watching. It's going better, but it is.
Did the Supergirl train derail?
It is a slow train. No, it didn't derail. I think I hopped on a tourist train, like one of the ones that goes slow, so you can see the scenery, like in Jim Thorpe.
Right.
It's good. It's an okay season. It's very political this season, and I'm just kind of like not into it. So I don't know. So it's just going slow, but it's all right. It's getting better as the episodes go on. And then I decided, you know what? I pay for this DC app. I should probably use it. Let me give Titans another shot because I only got the one episode through, or like 2 episodes through the first time I watched it.
Yeah.
And I am so happy that I did. I loved it. The first episode, horrible. Way over the top.
It probably is the worst episode.
No idea what was going on. It was just way too much gore and violence, and I'm not opposed to it. It was just weird to see those characters doing that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it fell into a more it found itself by like episode 3. The writing became a lot better. The character development became pretty great, and it transitions itself. It found itself more of like a CW version of the. Well, that's hard to say because the Flash is a CW version of the.
Yeah, I'm like, what are you talking about?
I want to say because I was thinking Riverdale, but it's not really.
Yeah, it's
kind of like the Riverdale version of the shows, but it's I mean maybe Sabrina. It's somewhere. It's no more. The first episode is as gory and as bloody as
Daredevil.
The worst. No.
The tamest Daredevil.
The first episode? No, Daredevil's not as bad. I'd say it's Daredevil now. The rest of the season, the first episode is more like the Punisher.
Okay,
like the worst episode
I
ever.
Hear
of
you.
The Punisher,
yeah, that makes sense.
You have the rest of the season is more kind of like Daredevil, so it becomes better. But I really loved it. I'm super excited for the second season. There's talk of way more characters coming into the second season, like Superboy and Superdog, Crypto.
Yeah, I saw stuff from the set. Superboy.
Mm-hmm. And what's his name? Slade Wilson.
Oh right, Deadpool.
Not Deadpool. But
Deathstroke. I know.
Deathstroke, yeah. Same guy.
Yeah, same guy.
So I'm super excited about that.
Yeah, I think that's a show that'll get better. There is a lot behind the scenes at DC Universe that's not going well, according to sources. Swamp Thing got canceled, and it hasn't even aired yet. And
it's on there now.
Oh, is it?
Yeah, I think it was 2 episodes. After 2 episodes, it got canceled.
Yeah. Well, no, it got canceled before it aired.
Okay.
They said we're only doing 10 episodes instead of 13 or something, instead of 12, and then it got canceled. Yeah, I don't know what that's kind of weird to me, but
it's the production value of that was super high.
Yeah, I bet it's expensive. They're probably trying to.
Right. I mean, I don't know, but the Doom Patrol is out. I kind of want to give that a try.
Right.
See if I can watch that.
I've watched a little bit of Doom Patrol. It's just like the real quirkiest. It's almost quirky like Legends of Tomorrow can be. Not as silly as Legends, because Legends of Tomorrow has gotten really silly.
Yeah.
Just like outrageous on purpose, which is fun. They've kind of doing that, but it's kind of like a grittier, quirky show. The main bad guy is Alan Tudyk, so that's fun. And the first episode was, well, it might be all the episodes, I don't know, are like narrated by him.
Oh, okay.
As the bad guy narrating. That's
different.
Yeah,
I like it.
So there's some weird stuff. It's more adult in different ways. So there's no VidAngel for that, but maybe there should be.
I'll check it out. I think it's my next watch, and then I'll hop back into Supergirl, and then maybe I have to finish Arrow, just because it's over. But
just to finish it because it's basically done.
Yeah, so I'll do that as well. And that's it. I haven't really seen any movies, but you have. And you know what? Maybe we'll just. Andrew's still not here, so I don't know what his deal is.
What's going on? Hey,
heading home from the from church. I guess he had like worship practice or something.
That happens.
I just assumed he lived at the church. I thought he like was in the basement. I didn't.
No, it's his parents' basement.
His parents own the church, don't they?
He has roommates that are not parents.
That are not. Oh, really?
Roommate?
Jesus.
the
Jesus
Lord.
is his roommate.
Maybe.
Anyway, apparently not the case because he's still not here. So let's move on. Tim, you saw a movie, and I'm guessing you went without the children to see Toy Story 4. Oh, you brought the kids with you.
Insert trailer here. Oh man, that's such a good trailer.
Oh my God, still don't want to see it.
What?
The whole premise for this movie is they're chasing after a spork.
I know.
Pipe cleaner on it.
It seems awful.
Loves the spork.
It seems awful.
They could just make another one. They
did make another one. And, you know, in all honesty, like, it was great. It was really good. We took the girls on Saturday, and they obviously they enjoyed it. But as far as the movie goes, like, it was a really good, I would kind of classify it as like an epilogue, right? So 1, 2, and 3 were so solid. I think 3 was perfect. It was like almost completely perfect. But Toy Story 4 was like a really great epilogue. Like, it brought all the characters forward. It made sense with what they were doing. There's the plot is kind of outrageous, but it's Toy Story, I guess. So yeah, there's a spork with pipe cleaner hands and popsicle stick feet, played by what's his name? He's in Arrested Development. I don't remember. Anyways, and you know, the whole premise is Woody is trying to help the spork out and helping him learn how to be a toy and not to be trash. Basically.
Tony Hale.
Yeah.
As well. That's what I know.
Yeah. So it's kind of like this. It's an adventure about, you know, discovering who you are and your purpose. And it doesn't go off the deep end with anything. It's got some really cool kind of creepy elements.
Does it set it up for a Toy Story 5?
No, but
that's Andrew joining us finally.
Hey, there he is. Hey.
You missed the whole podcast, Andrew.
You're in a room full of pianos.
Tim's still talking.
Yeah, where are you? You're not in your bedroom.
No, I moved my computer.
It was the creepiest thing I've ever said.
Bum bum bum. That was creepy.
Yeah. You're not in your bedroom, Andrew.
I'm not my parents' basement.
Hey.
You're in your parents. Apparently, your parents were like, you know what, we need another piano. We already had one. I keep forgetting it.
We already have two.
No, the upright back there was one I found somewhere. The one far behind me used to belong to my church, and I'm trying to get it fixed. And then this one here was just given to me by my boss.
Look, so. I'm sitting in front of a piano. I'm trying to see if I can. What?
Nice.
This is Brittany's Arturia Key Lab 61.
Then you're not in a closet anymore, Tim.
No,
although you haven't been in one, but.
Anyway, so that was a great interruption to my review of Toy Story 4. Thanks.
Back to Forky. Back to the important stuff.
Yeah. Overall, it's in all seriousness, it's worth watching. It's definitely worth watching. If you don't want to pay to go in theater, fine. That's fine. That's totally fine. But you should definitely see it. You should definitely watch it. I'm sure it's going to come to Disney Plus as soon as it comes out. And I would say for people with kids, it's definitely a thumbs up. If you have like really little kids, maybe like 4 or 5,
so
it's not super creepy, but there's some
that
creepy.
Was the one review that I heard on the radio from like a DJ who went to go see it.
Right.
She was like, the main bad toys are like marionette dolls. And
they're ventriloquist dummies.
Really creepy.
Yeah, they're not marionettes. Yeah, everybody keeps saying marionettes. It's weird. I read a review that said that on like a professional website. I was like,
opposed to the non-professional
like website. You people clearly don't know your puppet classifications. Let's get it together here.
She was like, they're really creepy, and there were kids in the theater that were like screaming.
Yeah, there was some creepy parts. And I could see the real little kids not digging it, but it's just as creepy as like all the toys almost getting burned alive at the end of Toy Story 3.
You know, though, I'm gonna say it not as creepy as Ventrola's dummies.
Yeah, they're like classic
They're-
vent dummies. They are really creepy.
Fun story. I was petrified of them as a little kid until Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Oh, really?
There's like episode like season 1, episode like 7 or something like that of Buffy the Vampire Slayer, where she has the ventriloquist dummy that she has to fight, and it is really funny and made me like them.
There we go. So the girls all enjoyed it. They loved it. So definitely worth the watch. Definitely better. It's better than maybe a third or half of the Pixar movies. I would rank it still pretty high.
Wow.
Yeah, it was still really good. Like, I was shocked. I expected nothing good from this movie.
That's probably what you went in with.
Like what you're going
low
in.
bar, yeah.
Yeah, because really, Toy Story 3, like pinnacle.
Oh, amazing.
For people our age, like
There's
we
no,
grew
like-
up with it. We are like Andy's age and he's giving stuff away.
Oh my! I was crying hysterically at the end of.
Listen, there's at the beginning, this is not a spoiler because there's some montage in the trailers of like Woody remembering, or I don't know what it is, but of Andy when he was little. And then, so at the beginning, there's kind of like a real quick montage overview of what the toys went through, like with Andy. And like it came back to that moment at the end of Toy Story 3 where he's like giving the toys over.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, this is the beginning of the movie. I will not cry.
And then it was all downhill from there.
Yeah. No, but really good. Again, solid, I would say, epilogue to this Toy Story story.
Interesting. All right. Well, listen, I'll take your word for it. I'll watch it when it comes out on Disney Plus or whatever. Before we get out of here, we do want to take some time real quick and just give our condolences to Tim. You know, not to end on listen, at the end of the day, no one was hurt, nothing was, no one's injured, anything like that. So we're happy everything's working out. But we had an issue with one of our own, and we're in our thoughts and in our prayers. And but you want to tell us a little bit and let people know what's going on?
Yeah. So
this is an interesting story. I mean,
this is kind of a crazy story. Yeah.
But it's not the part that you think is interesting isn't what you expect to be interesting about it.
Right. The most interesting thing is that I woke up and I felt like someone was like pulling on my leg, and like it was me. I was pulling on Andrew's leg and just completely inventing a ridiculous story. And I needed a new front door, so I bought a new one, and I put a new front door in my house today, and it was a lot of really hard work.
Yourself, yeah, I'm very impressed with that.
Yeah, I did that.
You didn't touch on that earlier. You installed that yourself, which is really.
Yeah, I did. It was tough. My children's pastor came out to help me out, and
we have a licensed doula on this podcast and a front door installer
and a professional front door installer.
So I mean, listen,
I'm just saying,
throwing your money this way.
Yeah. So the long and short of it is that we tricked Andrew into thinking that my front door was stolen. What? And it wasn't, but I had to put a new front door in. So it was still pretty fun. Andrew, did you know? I mean,
I figured you were lying about the door part.
Oh, okay. Look, nobody broke in and stole my Veggie Tales. Okay.
Andrew, in your defense, I believe them too until he told me it wasn't true for the first like 10 minutes, because I was like, you know what? That's really weird. But it's Quakertown, and I can kind of see someone being like in the news.
That's kind of
like thefts in Quakertown. People's front doors missing.
Look, I follow Quakertown Police Department on Facebook, and they post everybody's business. It's great. They take a picture of somebody at the station. They're showing those people's face all over Facebook. But look, Andrew, in my defense, I tried to tell Frankie way earlier, and he didn't look at the message.
Really, the only thing I'm disappointed about is that I actually thought that there might be somebody in this world interesting enough to have stolen a Salty book.
A Salty,
And
the
now I'm
singing
kind of
songbook,
disappointed that a
the
person like that
Bible.
doesn't exist.
Well, no, well, the
Thank
Bible
God that
exists.
person doesn't exist.
It's somewhere in this cabinet over here, but there's my old front door.
Look at it! Wow. I mean, you can't look at it if you're listening to the podcast, but you know.
No, yeah, we actually already told the podcast about it. They're
Yeah.
blown away by your enthusiastic reaction.
Mm.
They're like, he's such a sweet, gullible guy. You guys are so rude.
That's okay. Again, I did trick Frankie too, so
Yeah.
you can't hold it.
Maybe
Maybe that.
again, I blame it on Quakertown because I was just like, meh. Meh. And then I was also kind of disappointed that I never thought of it. Like, I would love to just go.
Look, anybody that's been to the Q Mart,
Mm-hmm.
I'm just saying, if you've been to the Q Mart, you know Quakertown, there's some people. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right. Well, that's been this edition of The Incredible Critics. I am happy to be back. I am happy Ben's not here. And you guys need to come and find us on all different forms of social media. Andrew, let them know where to find us.
Twitter. You can find us at Twitter. That's it. No, I'm just kidding. Instagram at Incredible Critics, Twitter at 3CriticsPod, Facebook at Incredible Critics, and be sure to check us out on iTunes, leave a review, and all that good stuff.
Until next time, this is The Incredible Critics. I actually don't know how, I can't remember how Ben ends an episode. I just normally turn it off before he finishes talking.
I think you pretty much. I think
outro music. I think after you.
I think you nailed it. I think
We were the Incredible Critics.
Good night and good luck.
How do you say Incredible Critics in another language in black and white on a podcast?
In black and white.
I'm sure Ben could do that.
Yeah, because that's that's like Ben's MO right there.
It took me a second. Sorry, that was my fault.
Look, Ben, I will say this. When I told you guys I was going to Toy Story 4, Ben was like, I'm not going to see it in theaters. And I was like, well, that's fine, blah, blah, blah. And he's like, why would I take my child to see it in the theaters when I can wait till it comes out on video and we can watch it with subtitles in a different language?
It's one way to get your child cultured. I'm not going to lie. So,
yeah,
I get it. His kid will be smarter than ours.
I buy my yogurt cultured all the time. So.
All right, guys. Well, it's been real.
You gotta hit the button.
Andrew. Oh, we stopped the broadcast now? Oh, yeah, look at that.
Well, you don't have to.